Whitechapel, East London, home to one of Britain's oldest Muslim communities, but one with a new line of fear running through it. Hate crime against Muslims has risen by nearly 50% in the United Kingdom this year. Incidents like this one on a London bus in October.
You come to England and you have no manners. Go back to your.
The victims are usually women, either veiled or wearing headscarves.
So when you're ready.
Radio producer SABA ZAMAN has been assaulted twice in the past year, both times on the tube.
I was actually physically attacked. A man grabbed my hijab and just started having some abuse at me.
That was in February, after media reports on 3 East London girls travelling to Syria to join ISIS.
I was so shaken up and I actually burst out crying, and it takes a lot to faze me.
A few weeks ago, a man spat at her. Islamophobic hate crime tends to spike after terrorist incidents. They tripled in London the week after the Paris attacks.
The Metropolitan Police say the increase should be attributed, at least in part, to better reporting methods and a greater willingness on the part of victims to come forward. But it hasn't stopped the fear from travelling.
Even though I've been born and brought up here, it's actually making me a bit wary. Like, do I need to be careful when I'm on the buses then, you know?
Headlines like this one, published in The Sun and based on a survey widely denounced as deliberately skewed, don't help. Critics say government efforts to counter the threat of radicalization can sometimes demonize the Muslim community as a whole.
Just another day, it's just another chocolate tart.
But it's not all negative. This is Nadia Hussain, a young British woman of Bangladeshi origin, credited with doing a better job of breaking down stereotypes than any government program. She won that most English of contests, the Great British Bake Off, earlier this year.
Nadia!
She's a source of inspiration to people like SABA ZAMAN, who refuses to apologize for her faith.
I don't feel like I need to constantly justify myself or my place in society, my place in London, which is my home, and my place in Britain.
She refuses to shrink out of sight, to hide who she is in her own country. Margaret Evans, CBC News, London.